Ben, what would you like to say?
This is my first ever TikTok live, so I'm happy to be here.
Oh, okay. Are you an
But
atheist?
I think I am. I would call myself an atheist.
Okay. Why is why is it rational for you to deny that God exists?
So I don't believe that there is a inherent truth or an ultimate truth in this universe. I think the universe is inherently meaningless.
Yeah, that's a performative inconsistency. What you just stated, so it destroys everything you say. Do you realize that?
How so?
It's because if there is no ultimate grounding for truth, then you couldn't make truth statements. Hey,
Well,
look it up. Look it up. It's called a performative inconsistency or a performative contradiction. A performative contradiction is a statement or a proposition, either because of its content or the act of it being spoken, is undermined by the background information prohibits it from making those truth claims. So when you say there is no ultimate truth, then all you're just dealing with are truth claims that are purely and only relativistic. In other words, it distills down to, I believe this, I believe that. Well, so what? Other people believe differently than you. And relativism distills into pure skepticism, meaning you couldn't know anything at all.
okay, I understand. Um, do you think there's an inherent value of I can't change your mind and you can't change my mind?
I can't change your mind. The only way you're going to change your mind is if you repent and realize you're in rebellion against God's revelation in creation and his revelation through human history, through the prophets, ultimately in Jesus Christ, codified in the Bible. Now, I can influence you, but I can't get you to change your mind, because in order to change your mind, you would have to repent that your position is, you would have to realize that it's incoherent when you don't acknowledge that God is the single unifying principle for everything. Once you
Okay,
deny God, you forfeit your ability to speak meaningfully given your not God frame of reference.
so if there is a God, what makes it certain that it's the Christian God?
God has revealed himself in such a way through creation and through human history, codified and secured in the Bible, that the propositional set is exclusive and indispensable. All right. In other words, you couldn't reason without him. No other worldview can have the property set that the God of the Bible has, and that property set that he reveals to us is indispensable for truth, reason, and intelligibility. Refuse to accept that, and you're going to fall into a performative contradiction.
Okay, so I would define myself as believing there's no higher purpose in the universe, that the universe is meaningless. But
There's no
Albert
universe.
Camus said
Yeah,
that
yeah,
we should revolt
yeah,
against the absurd, and I think that's enough for
yeah.
me.
No, I don't think you're understanding. I think this is going over your head. There's no universe to speak of. Okay, because when you talk about the universe, you're talking about the unity of a plurality of states, correct?
Yes.
What unifies the particulars, and what imposes that the particulars are particulars? Because particulars would be states of unity. So what is it fundamentally or ultimately that imposes whatever levels of unity there are in the world? So when you say universe, you're talking about a grand state of unity. So in a world without God, what is it that institutes and secures unity at any level?
Nothing.
Well, therefore, you forfeit your ability to speak meaningfully, because without there being universals and particulars, unity and diversity in the world, you can't speak meaningfully. Also, you're making a universal, unqualified declaration that there is no God. On what basis do you do that?
I don't have any reason to believe there is.
That's an appeal to ignorance fallacy. Okay.
Okay, we have to agree to disagree then.
No, I don't think you're understanding what an appeal to ignorance fallacy is. So I'll walk you through it very quickly. An appeal to ignorance fallacy is that a proposition is true because it hasn't been falsified by some rational exercise. So what you're saying is atheism is true because it hasn't been falsified by a rational defense of God. So do you understand now what an appeal to ignorance fallacy is?
I don't think atheism is true, just like I don't believe Christianity is true.
No, 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 no. Listen to me. Either you are going to acknowledge that God is and that he's revealed himself, and God is the single unifying principle for everything, being he is the creator, okay, or not. Now, if not, that's what we call atheism, okay? Atheism is either the direct or the indirect denial of God being the creator and the single unifying principle for everything. So your position is atheism is true because it hasn't been shown to be false. Isn't that your position?
I don't think so.
Okay, well then you're not understanding the dialectic here.
Okay, that's fine by me.
Yeah, you don't have the luxury of claiming to be neutral, because claiming to be neutral is just simply verbal camouflage for denying the actuality and necessity of God as creator and unifying principle for everything. So it's either God is true, the God world is true, or not, and the not position is atheism. Okay? I mean, if you'd like to say that you're not speaking to me out of any worldview, you could do that, but then your words will be utterly meaningless because it has no frame of reference. So the words that you're speaking to me right now, are they meaningful and intelligible? Frame of reference that provides for that.
There's no frame of reference.
Therefore, you cannot claim intelligibility because there's nothing that dictates anything within your model.
That's just jargon.
All right, have a nice day. Yeah, it's not just jargon. It's a very carefully walked through analysis. So if you're going to oppose God and the Christian worldview, you're going to have to do better than a junior high school approach, folks. Okay? Looks like we're not getting any intelligent opposition tonight. What an embarrassment to the skeptic community.